Hello class and Professor Green. My name is Jade Harris, and for our persuasive speeches, I have decided to talk about why juveniles under the age of 18 should not be thrown into the adult justice system. A 2012 article in the New York Times recently stated that over 200,000 juveniles every year are convicted as adults in this country, with sentences that range from probation all the way to life in prison without parole. Let me give you some statistics so you know what's going on. 9% of all murders, 50% of arsons, about 1/3 of vandalisms, 25% of robberies and auto thefts, and 16% of violent crimes are actually committed by juveniles every year. And although the statistics seem alarming and maybe even scary to many of you, I feel that locking up young children and throwing away the key is something that must be revised. An article from the WashingtonPost.com states that juvenile offenders have a 56% chance of recommitting crimes and being sent back into the legal system. But I feel that convicted juvenile offenders could benefit more from social programs both inside and outside of prison walls instead of being locked up for 24 hours a day straight. Because of the 56% recidivity rate, I feel that when a child enters into the lockup, programs such as counseling, whether it be one-on-one or group counseling, the allowance to obtain a high school diploma, whether it be a GED or being able to finish up high school class credits, learning of the trades such as barbering, plumbing, electrical work, and even letting juveniles leave the prison for doing the daytime to join sports teams or work would not only help children grow in terms of their character, but would also show juveniles that there are good things in the world and help them realize that crime only leads to not obtaining those good things and the better things in life. Out of all the 50 states in the nation, the harshest place is the state of Florida. According to a study by Florida State University, in 2010, there are 109 juveniles imprisoned for non-murderous crimes serving life sentences in this country. Out of those 109 juveniles, 77 came from the state of Florida. Out of those 77, 6 were under the age of 13. And according to the current laws, they will spend the rest of their natural lives behind bars. Carjacking, burglary, battery, and theft were just some of the crimes that children had committed and been given life sentences for. And in many states, most adults, as we know, are punished with severely less penalties and given more opportunities in the forms of classes, social services, and parole to re-enter society. But if Florida has 6 children under the age of 13 currently with no chance of ever getting out, wouldn't that make some people feel that the state is just giving up on them? Well, personally for me, that's how I feel. Whether it's throwing away the key, locking them up forever, and just forgetting about them, do you really think that a 13-year-old's mind is developed enough and they know the lifelong consequences of what their actions have just caused? Because I do not. And neither, to tell you the truth, does the government. As we all know, the government sets restrictions on ages, such as citizens of this country cannot even vote till the age of 18. You can't register to join the Army, the Marines, the Navy, or the Air Force until you're 18. You're not allowed to obtain a driver's license until the age of 16. And you can't even drink a sip of alcohol until the age of 21. So if our government puts all these restrictions on us due to age, how can the same government say that a 13-year-old should be locked away forever, never to gain freedom again? Whether it's the district attorney's office, whether they're understanding or uncaring, they're not willing to go the extra mile to help. So I feel that regular citizens such as me and you must stand up for children. And although it may seem weird, oh, write your president, write your senator, things like that really do count. Whether you're going on protests or even you take your own time to spend helping juveniles in prison, in boys clubs and girls clubs, that's something that all of us can do. Think about yourself, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, or maybe even your own children, and tell me if at 13 you felt they were adults and knew the consequences to their actions. Because I really feel that they don't, and I feel that if someone doesn't know the consequence of their action, there's no way they should be able to pay for it with their life. So hopefully I've convinced you to get out there, let people know, whether it's in your state, if you're here in Georgia, it's the governor, or get on the news and just let everybody know that a person at the age of 13 who commits a crime isn't the same as a person at the age of 30 who commits a crime. And maybe the 30-year-old's life is still worth saving, but the 13-year-old's life is definitely worth looking into and giving them a chance.